All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle, nails of great millstone. Peace and bless to the elect. Um, it's back with another lesson. And I was watching the brother, or I was listening to the brother Bon Sapad. I was on his channel, Prisoners of Hope, and he did a lesson that's concerning doubting, a great lesson. And I kind of wanted to land back on that, doubting myself. So what you see in front of you is James chapter 4 and 8. I just went into the concordance for double-minded. And as you can see, it says double-minded, wavering, uncertain, doubting, divided in interest. And I wanted to touch on that doubting and divided in interest. Because if you are doubting, the fruits of the Spirit are not going to dwell with you, in righteousness. If you're wavering back and forth, and if you're not comfortable in the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and you're not moving forward and you're not pushing yourself, the doubting will creep in. I can't say this happened to everybody, but I can say it's happened to me. Not doubting Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but doubting myself. I find myself, that's a demon that, I found myself struggling with that here and there. Not being able to retain something, or not being able to remember something, or trying to remember scriptures. I can go on and on, but it's a doubting that you have to defeat. And how do you defeat that doubting? Obviously, you defeat that doubting using the scriptures, but I mean, that's easier said than done. What scriptures to go to, this, that, and the other. But, I think Hebrews chapter 11 is one of my favorite, because it talks about that faith. If you have that faith and you're building your faith and you're reading about faith and you're reading about all the things that the disciples, apostles, and all the men of the Lord that came before them, the faith that they had, it'll build you up. It'll give you that strength that you'll need to keep going in this truth, in this walk. So faith is that battle axe that you can use towards doubt. But I'm going to read a precept before I read from Hebrews 11. I'm going to read from Psalms chapter 37. Fret not, I'm going to start at the top. Psalms 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a herb. So like in verse 3, trust in Yahweh and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Verse 4, and this is the verse that I kind of wanted to concentrate on. Delight thyself also in Yahweh, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. And, if you trust in Yahweh and delight yourself in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bahashem Rachak Wadash, if you put yourself in that, then that doubt will be broken off. The doubt will be defeated, Verse 5, commit thy way unto Yahweh, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So the things that you want, whether it be something that you need in physical, or something that you're struggling with in your mind, whether it be doubt or whatever it be, not having confidence in certain things, or, whatever it may be, this is the way to defeat that doubt. The will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, getting in his word, staying in his word, not letting laziness creep in, and you haven't opened up your Bible for a week or whatever it may be, or you're not watching videos. This is the way to defeat that. This is the way to defeat all, any avenue of Satan. This is the way to defeat it. I'm going to read verse 5 one more time. Commit thy way unto Yahweh, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Verse 6, and he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgments as the noonday. Rest in Yahweh, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of a man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Verse 7 again says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him. And in that waiting patiently, what are you going to be doing? You're just going to be sitting there. Waiting patiently means to get into his word, to stay into his word, and to apply Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's word and truth to your life. Not just it's a book sitting on a counter And I'm gonna come and read it every now and then, but take from the book of the Lord and apply it to your life. Just like the elders before, just like all the men in the book, just like they did. They applied the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to their life, and they obtained a great report for that. So what I'm going to do is, let me go over to Hebrews chapter 11. I'm just going to start at the top, and this is as concerning faith as, as brothers know. Hebrews chapter 11. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that the things which are seen are not made of things which do appear. And that's essentially verse 1 is what faith is. That substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The things that we hope for are all in future tense. We're not hoping for, comfort on this side, a new mansion to live in. Everything that we're hoping for is dealing with the future. And those things are things that you cannot see, but we understand through the will of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah, through the word, that we will be given those things. As long as we endure and keep going in the faith and keep fighting, that kingdom is coming. And if you've been, measuring the time as the scriptures say, you understand that time is near, very near. Verse 4, by faith Abel ordered unto the Most High more excellent Salakia. By faith Abel offered unto the Most High more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High. But without faith it is impossible to please him. And just like it says, without faith it would be impossible to understand the will of Yahweh Basham Yahushua and to continue on. And if you don't have faith, you're falling away easy. And that's why, I was looking at that doubting, and that doubting will try to creep in. Satan will try to creep in and push your faith and test your faith and squeeze you up, try to squeeze you away from Yahweh Basham Yahushua. But just as when Yahweh was tempted by Satan, Yahweh used the word. And that's what we have to do. The more you get into it, the more ammunition you have when Satan starts to creep in. Verse 6 again, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You must believe. You must believe that Yahushua was born, walked the earth, died, and was resurrected. You cannot waver on that. Those. If you do not believe that and have faith in that, then nothing else is going to matter. So as you read this book, you'll come across things that might seem far-fetched or might seem like, oh, that might just be some sort of allegory or poetic writing, but that's not it. That's not it. You have to believe in this book. You have to believe that the Most High destroyed the earth with water. You have to believe that. And you also have to go out and seek evidence so that you will be able, to convince the gainsayers, so that you'll have that ammunition to explain it even the more better. Verse 7, by faith Noah being warned of the Most High, Salakia, by faith Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. Now, what if Noah would have thought to himself, well, no, I just do it when I need to do it, or I don't think it's I think it's just symbolic talk. I don't need to actually build an ark. That wouldn't be faith. You trust in the word of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, and you move according to that word. By faith, Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should, after receiving for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. And that's how we have to be. We have to step out on faith, not knowing what's going to happen next, not knowing, whether your family is going to get to stay together or whether you're going to get to keep this job. You have to step out on faith and understand that you trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the Most High, it says in His Word that He will not let you down. He will not let you go. You will be taken care of, but you have to have faith, not wavering, not doubting, and also, like it says in front on the screen, divided in interest. You can't have divided in interest. You have to be fully submerged in the Word, in the truth, not with a foot still in the world, and you're kind of dibbling in the truth. You have to commit fully. You can't be lukewarm. You have to be in this thing. You can't be cold. You got to be in this thing. You got to be hot. That's how the Most High wants you. So, let me see. I'm going to keep reading. At verse 8 again. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which should, after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of him to the same promise. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is the Most High. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age. And these are all beautiful points, because these are things that people, even in the truth, sometimes you think to yourself, no, I wouldn't be able to do this, that, and the other. But by faith, you can do those things. You just have to trust in the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I believe Sarah was 99 or 90, one of those ages, Salakia. But obviously a woman in that age, of course you wouldn't think that, she was going to have a seed. But the Most High had it so. So that faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and working on your faith and tuning up your faith and building your faith is very important. Very, very important in this thing. So, I kind of just wanted to hit on that. I was listening to the brother Bonsapaz video, beautiful video on his channel, Prisoners of Hope. I believe the title has doubt in it. So lucky for not having the title, ready. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bahashem, Rechak Dash, double honors to the Apostle Nails of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.